Okay, welcome back. We're looking at Matic, obviously, as we always do, and we're on the hourly chart, which obviously we always do. So, I made a video yesterday for the first time in a couple of days because I'm stuck in this caravan at the moment on what some people would consider a holiday, but it's not exactly a holiday for me, to be honest. It's absolutely awful. It's been raining all the whole time, got kids screaming, in-laws nagging, so I found myself a quiet little corner and let's make this video. So let's get at it. So right, we're moving above the 200 EMA, which is a moving average, which I think has a fair bit of relevance when it comes to making a support or a resistance for Matic. So at the moment we're in a bit of a correction period because we've started breaking out of our bear movement and started a bit of a bullish trend, which is interesting that we have done that because Bitcoin has begun to look bearish and Matic has decided to look bullish. So that's also a point worth remembering. So where are we going from here? So we need to see where this correction takes us. What I've done here, well actually before I start there, when we're looking at Matic, I'm always generally looking at the hourly chart, and if you watch my videos before, it's because it's a relatively new young coin. We don't have a great deal of history to go by. Matic likes to make strong moves in small spaces of time, and as the coin gets older, we will start looking at longer time frames. 4 hourly, I do look at the 4 hourly sometimes. Daily, I do look at, but hourly chart is for me the most relevant. So we're generally going to be breaking down the hourly charts here. So yeah, we're moving above this, and we've got our other moving averages have crossed above it, which would suggest in sort of other longer time frame charts that is what people would consider a golden cross. Okay, so technically we've got a golden cross. It's not as important when you're looking at an hourly chart as it would be on a chart of longer time frames like dailies, for instance, weeklies especially. So here we go. So we've got our little golden cross. Okay, for what it's worth. So we do have it, which is it's always a good sign. The other moving averages are levelling out, as is the 200 EMA. What we need to do now is, in this correction period, we need to start bouncing soon. Okay, let's just say we tried to test it now. That would bring us to a price of 2.3 of a cent, roughly speaking. Okay, so that is where we're looking to bounce at its lowest. Okay, if it gets much lower than that, then we're basically going to be breaking beneath the 200 EMA, and that might cause us to fall further. If we fall further, especially if we fall deeper than that, then that again would probably become a resistance, which would keep us down at lower prices. We don't want that to happen, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen. We have to take into consideration that Bitcoin does influence Matic like it influences a lot of coins. So I know I said at the beginning that we are sort of moving bullish here and Bitcoin is moving bearish, so there is that inconsistency with it. It doesn't mean that we can't escape the pullbacks that Bitcoin will suffer. Bitcoin brings the rest of the market down with it. Matic can't escape that. What Matic can do is find its own support levels that we had previously. So our main support is around about 2 cents. And we actually did break beneath that, so around about 1.8 of a cent is also another support that found itself to be quite handy. But anyway, we've not got to that stage yet. We're still moving above this, so everything is looking positive. So let's just say that Bitcoin dances between 7,800 and 8,400. Just say it doesn't really move within that. Or worst case scenario, let's say it drops down to 720, which I'd be surprised if that breaks for very long anyway. We should be moving within this trajectory. Now I've put in a pitchfork in a way that no one should ever really use a pitchfork, to try and give us an estimated, to try and give you an idea of where we're likely to go. I can't say that this pitchfork that I put in here holds any relevance yet until this correction has played out. So I've put it in at a worst case scenario, that the correction, well, it's not worst case scenario, but within a healthy medium. So if the price corrects down to its and bounces off the 200 EMA, this would be the trajectory that I would expect to follow. So we'll just zoom out and have a little look. Okay, so that might not look great to most people, but that actually is pretty goddamn nice if it were to follow that movement. It's unlikely to follow that movement exactly. So if you don't know how these work, it would move within here. So these are kind of like your Bollinger Bands, really. The bottom of the blue line would be the lowest support. The top of the blue line at the top here would be your highest resistance, and obviously we can break these. This is if it were to remain in a trend. Now I've not mapped a proper trend yet. I need this correction to play out, and ideally I'd need to see this trend move for a few more days before I can really put a pitchfork tool in that will give us any kind of substance to work with. Just thought I'd do it for this video, and I'll keep it in here to see if how it moves. Once this correction's played out, maybe in a couple of days I can do a proper one of these and we can see what's more likely to take place. But if it were to be like this, it would suggest that, where are we, coming up around here, we would be meeting our all-time high and maybe breaking that in about 2 weeks' time. We would probably be up there. Now, is that likely? That's still much quicker than I thought it would take. If you watch my videos, I expect us to be back at our all-time high in around 4.5 weeks from now. That's where I expect us to be, up there or maybe higher, or just around this area in about 4.5 weeks. I think that's more likely than this. So, like I say, wait for the correction to play out, and then see where we go from there. Still early days in this trend. But the thing is, we have broken above the 200 EMA. We are looking bullish. We're in a correction now, which is natural, and we should bounce from here and keep making higher highs and lower lows. It's as simple as that, really. But until these next few days have played out and we see where Bitcoin goes, it's very difficult to map out a proper trend. Like I say, 4.5 weeks from now is my expectation, and I'm sticking with that. Okay, we'll see where we go, but I'm sticking with that. So 4.5 weeks from now, so beginning of next month, we should be back up here. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. I do these videos daily if you're new to this channel, so if you're interested in Matic, definitely put your notifications on, because I do try and knock out a video a day on Matic. Alright, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Goodbye.